This is where I come up with all my incredible ideas for videos. I'm thinking about doing a funny Cheeto video.
Well, where is it, huh, Dunk? I guess it's like Fortnite Man always told me.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Guys, I know the title of this video is Funny Cheeto Video, but this is actually a very serious Cheeto video. Today, I'm gonna tell you the never-before-heard true story of Chester the Cheetah. So please, out of respect for Chester, no laughing. Chester was a normal human child born on October 24th, 1929 in New Donk City, New York, to two wealthy stockbrokers, Phil and Dodongo Smith. Unfortunately, this was the same day as Black Thursday, which sent the stock market tumbling, and Paul Wall Street failed at his job of bouncing the stockbrokers to safety in the ambulance. Thus, tragically, later that same day, Chester was shipped to Joker's Orphanage in Gotham City. At this orphanage, Chester learned about Batman from the bedtime stories Joker would tell the kids every night. All of the children loved Joker because he was a very funny guy, except Chester because Chester was scared of Joker's famous trick streamers. Chester became obsessed with Batman because Batman beat up Joker. Chester also wanted to be a furry like Batman, so he started dressing up as a cheetah because that was his fursona. Around this time, Bruce Wayne came to the orphanage looking for a new child. He saw Chester and said, "Why are you dressed like a cheetah, you loser?" and adopted the Joker instead. The orphanage closed down after this because Joker's master plan had succeeded. Bruce Wayne was found dead in his mansion the following day. With nowhere to go, Chester was forced to live on the streets. One day while rummaging through the garbage of the Gotham City Zoo in his cheetah costume, Chester accidentally fell into the cheetah enclosure. The cheetahs decided to adopt him because they were kind, noble creatures, and also very dumb and thought he was an actual cheetah. It was only when Chester asked for the cheetahs to tell him a bedtime story about Batman that they finally realized he was just a kid in a costume, and so they punted him back to New Donk City. Since everyone else in the world had abandoned him, Chester enlisted in the United States military, except he was really weak because he was only 3 years old. So the head scientist of America said, "Hey, this kid's expendable. Let's inject him with that super serum Greg Heffley's been working on." Now Chester was the buffest 3-year-old to ever live, so Captain Keyes was like, "Send that toddler to defeat Redhead Man," cause Redhead Man was building a Death Star with the evil Rubik's Cube. Chester flew his
Pelican!
to the Death Star and then punched a torpedo into its exhaust port, blowing it up. But then on his way back down to Earth, he slipped on a banana peel, fell into ice, and became a popsicle. When the United States finally found Chester in the ice, they realized they were limited by the technology of their time and couldn't unfreeze him. So they just stuck Chester into a freezer until Robert Downey Jr. was born. Once Robert Downey Jr. was born and unfroze Chester, he hooked him up with a job at Don Cheeto's Cheeto factory. At this point, things were going great for Chester. He got married, had 2 kids, and even started putting money into his 401k plan. But everything took a turn for the worse when after filming a commercial for Fresh Shrimp Cheetos, Chester saw Don Cheeto go into a dark room with a short hooded figure. Curious, Chester followed through a vent because he was an imposter. That's when he saw who the hooded figure really was. The leader of the Patriots, seer of seers, Puxatony Phil. Don and Phil were talking about using the Chaos Emeralds to power Metal Gear Cheeto. Astounded, Chester accidentally misclicked and popped out of the vent. He tried to catch Puxatony Phil, but did a big oopsie and stepped on Don Cheeto's trap door to the Rancor pit below. And so, Chester met his end. You're probably wondering, then how is Chester still in the bag of Cheetos that I'm eating right now? That's because Don Cheeto actually used Chester's DNA to create a perfect copy called Solid Chester, who has done all of the filmings ever since. He even stole Chester's family. Worse still, Solid Chester is going to get all of the money in Chester's 401k plan. But guys, please don't tell anyone I told you this, or the Patriots are gonna come after me and kill me.